Heyo! Sorry, it was late. Very late. uh, hey, at least I could gather more information. Um, Even though work got on the way, but I got what I could. Oh, and that's hot. Uh, Anyways, hey, welcome. Beta's over. The event of the numbers is on. What a shitty event. No, seriously. It's just like you just go near the radio towers, and that's it. That's how you get the Psy melee weapon, and you're like, that's it. After all you have made us gone through with the Easter eggs on Black Ops Cold War, you give us this? Oh well. I hope they actually do something with the radio towers for season 6. You know, it's supposed to be Mason, not David. Alex. Sorry, Rich. um, but yeah, I hope they do something better. And speaking about the topic at hand, the beta of Vanguard is over, and it was widely known once the first one was noticed, then everybody came out of the fucking gate. Shit. I don't know. Maybe this video is gonna be demonetized. I don't know. Anyway, um, cheaters, cheaters on the beta Vanguard. I mean, it's, it's like not to be the one guy that pressures SledgeHammer and Raven to actually release the anti-cheat. But if in your beta you have cheaters, I'm sorry to say that that anti-cheat has to be implemented now, because imagine at the beginning of Vanguard cycle. Just picture this. Let's just talk about that. Just picture this. You get a brand new game. Like I give you, I don't know. Let's say Alice Madness Returns has a multiplayer, um, and it's a continuation of Alice's McGee. You know, that had multiplayer, like the same engine but evolved, very evolved. But I give it to you, and at day one, there's cheaters. You would be pissed off, right? So in that regard, for as much data as they're trying to collect right now, the issue of having cheaters on your game in a beta game, because we never had cheaters neither in Cold War, neither in Modern Warfare's beta. It wasn't until later on that they started to pop out, more so with the free Warzone thing. You know, it was a brilliant idea. Warzone, it was a brilliant idea to make it free. The issue was you had no anti-cheat system, like, so that harmed the game a lot faster than it actually helped you make sales of it. Um, and I think for that matter, we just need to actually have the anti-cheat sooner than later. Or even though we have some days on it, we need that anti-cheat like fast. It's not a matter of it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Right now, we need that anti-cheat real fast. But let's besides the cheater problem that was pretty prominent this past weekend, and let's talk about the other issues that oh my god, sledgehammers. Yeah, this is going to be your last Call of Duty if you're keeping these up. Um, you know, they say that they fixed some issues. and others, it takes time, and they hope that they can be polished by the release date. But here's the thing, and I'm starting to notice that a lot, and it has to be, even though I noticed it from the side of the 10 weapon attachments in the gunsmith, that is redunculous. Um, because then it makes the base gun trash, and you have to have attachments to actually make it good. It's like, no, thank you. Um, this issues that one was the footsteps. They seem to sound similar to your allies, and it's this one is disorienting, and two, it just doesn't. Even though you have the mini map, but let's take it to hardcore, or if they even implement realism mode, it's gonna be fucking annoying. There's gonna be a lot of friendly fire. That is gonna cause issues. Second of all, it's going to be um, the spawn system. The spawn system is redunculous as well, which is the least to say. I understand that there's modes, the one that they call Blitz, that is like 14-14 in small maps. It's like shipment and steroids. I don't know what Infinity Ward did, 10v10 in shipment, and they want to go that route in small maps, big teams in small maps in order to make it more chaotic. I think that's the response that we have, in that regards. I think it comes from Halo 3 more so in the maps. You know, Halo 2, Halo 3, chaotic maps, chaotic small maps that you can just. And since you can customize small maps in Halo 3, it was like a lot of shenanigans. So, um, but yeah, I understand that mode, but it's just the spawn system is bad. It's bad. Even in decent maps that it's not blitz, that it's just normal, you get these stupid spawn sites. Like I don't know what to say about that. It's just it's more harmful than anything. Now, if we go and look at the other details, weapons, they feel slower than Modern Warfare's. I mean, you could understand, it's World War II weapons, but in another way, is that you have the gunsmith system at 10 attachments, and we talk about this on in one of the last streams. Is that the perfect balance is 7 because it's just 7 attachments that actually make the whole game balance for the weapon. Because if you add more than it, that means that your weapon's decency on itself without attachments is trash. Imagine just the guys that finish the campaign, and then you go into multiplayer, you haven't unlocked anything, and there's already guys that at day one have already, they got the game and they started multiplayer just to level up. So when the guys that finish the campaign, they can maul on them, and that's gonna be the head start. I'm not saying that this is recent. It's more so it has been almost like historic since COD 4. No, since in a sense of way, World at War. Get the gun, get the kills in order for you to unlock attachments. It's just the leveling system was more so introduced in Black Ops. No. The leveling system of attachments actually was introduced in Modern Warfare 3. Carry on to Black Ops 2. And so forth. But yeah, Spawn system is trash. Footsteps, um, weapon sounds. Speaking about weapons, holy shit! I paid attention to them, and I'm very disappointed. You know why? Because the weapon sounds, it's literally just the same that they were in Advanced Warfare. Just pay close attention to the weapon sounds. It sounds similar to Advanced Warfare. I would say World War II, but it's just World War II actually copy and pasted the sounds of some of the weapons in Advanced Warfare and just transferred them to World War II. And in this one, it's just the same. I mean, come on. The MP40 doesn't sound the MP40. The STG-44 doesn't sound like the fucking STG-44. I can go to World at War and I can actually listen to the real MP40 and the real STG-44, the real BAR, the real M1 Garand. Because even the M1 Garand, when you fire it, it's the ping. It sounds like they copied the sound of a ping from a video instead of the actual ping recorded. And that is just that is so wrong. I understand it was a pandemic year last year, but and we're still in it somewhat. But come on, how hard it is to go to a historic museum and ask them if they have certain weapons that you can fire and record the fucking sounds. It's just stupid. Ah, man. I'm disappointed in that sense. More so than, well, yeah, equally as the gunsmith system that it's annoying. Historically, it's annoying. Uh, for gameplay wise, it's gonna be also annoying because then the base gun is gonna be trash. Weapon perks, well, not weapon perks, more so the perk system. I don't know if they're going to stay like that. Are they going to reshuffle them like? Because if you remember, Cold War and Modern Warfare, when they had the betas, the perks were not the same spot. They reshuffled them. So, on that regard, we don't know if the perk system is going to be completely balanced. One thing that I will say is that Raider perk needs to go. Yeah, it just needs to go because then it's going to be a crouch perk. So just activate the minimap normally. If you're going to have that in a perk system, just take it away and actually implement it as default, and that's it. I don't because then people are going to get annoyed if you take it off and of the perk system and then just leave it like Modern Warfare, because then they're going to say then you had the choice to actually implement it as default for everyone, and you didn't. You took it off and you didn't let us have it, and that's gonna result in much backlash, like Exclusive Ace and others have already said. Um, I don't know. There's so much stuff, uh, and it speaks more so towards the studio. I think Sledgehammers, even though they came in board in Modern Warfare 3 for the multiplayer phase to help them over there, I just feel that Sledgehammers never understood what Call of Duty is and tried to implement their ideas into it without realizing if they're good or bad. And even though they have now history within the Call of Duty franchise, they still don't get it. It's almost as like they're trying to make playable Michael Bay movies in certain in fictional worlds or in, like we have seen, in World War II. This playable Saving Private Ryan movie. And this one is like Michael Bay's World War II movie that it's playable. And no, me from that's the information that I get from me watching the campaign trailers, and we're gonna see if they actually um, if they did it right. If not, then yeah. For as much as Activision is in a lawsuit, and Kotak is being under investigation, but I think the choice is simple. SledgeHammers, you're not a main developer in Call of Duty anymore. If this fails, that's what I would say is like you're out of the game. You're secondary. It's gonna be back to Treyarch and Infinity Ward. That's it. Because I understand the to trying to bring a game developer, you know, to this 2 year cycle and expand it to 3 year cycle, in order for you to actually give more time to the other teams in order for them to develop. But Sledgehammer's just was caught with their pants down. So and they have revealed to us a lot of stuff through their problems, even through their communications. I understand that Raven is managing uh, Warzone uh, in a way, um, a little bit of Cold War. Treyarch is actually being focused. The majority of Treyarch is focusing on zombies. We still haven't no thing for zombies on what's going to be, or even if there's going to be a Halloween event. So, because if you remember I think it was last year and in the last 2 years, it was like around this time we already knew that there was going to be an event for Halloween. And zombies were coming, and we got nothing. That was last year, but still, we got nothing. So we had nothing. And last year we had some information and everything, but right now we have nothing. So that's like, and then the numbers event that we have, it's so stupid because you can just get and it's a free reward and that's it. Just get close to the towers and that's it. There's no there's no Easter egg hunting, and that's disappointing. One thing that I will say is that I hope that season 6 brings up, this numbers thing into whatever Treyarch or Raven are trying to do for Warzone in order for us to go to the Pacific, because that new Warzone map, it hasn't been shown to us. There hasn't been any gameplay on it. They just showed us like a few images here and there, but it's like, okay. And if you're going to release it within what, let's say that a week before they release the Warzone map on the Pacific, they just showcase you how is it going to be. For players, there's not going to be enough time to actually uh, pick up that information and study it, because you didn't show them the scope of it. And we all know that trailers are, you know, developers playing in the map, but they have a sequence of events in order for them to play it. So, in that regard, it's like we won't have enough time. And the COD creators of YouTube, they won't have enough time to analyze everything. So, yeah. But going back to the beta, three things are certain. One, anti cheating needs to be released either before Vanguard hits or when Vanguard hits, not when the new map hits. It has to hit before or in the release of Vanguard. Why? For the simple reason that you're in the beta had already cheaters and hackers. the problem is gonna get bigger. Because once you release that game, hackers are gonna try to unlock everything through those code breakers, and that's gonna be it for the game. And no matter how the anti cheat system implements, it's like, dude, it's already too late. Even though you ban those accounts, you still, it's like they already know how to do it. But uh, let's just see if it works. I hope the anti cheat system that they have created works. To destroy all cheaters that are in the moment. But and it's to release soon. It's not a matter of politics of, oh well, this, and it's like, no, you need to release it either now or when Vanguard releases. Because then when the new Warzone map enters, your audience is going to be gone. And if you release it a month after the game, good luck getting most of your COD community back. Because by that time, they're already gone and they're just waiting for Battlefield or Halo. And those mismanagements cost gamers. You know, so I mean, I was away when I played the campaign of World War II. I My brother rented the game. No, he actually bought it. I just borrowed it. I don't want to play the campaign. And like, it's like, yeah, I'm not a. It's like a playable Civil Private Ryan. And then I saw how the multiplayer was structured, and I was like, no, I'm not staying. So that was my last person Call of Duty was Infinite Warfare at that time. So I skipped World War II. I skipped Black Ops 4 until Modern Warfare came back. I was playing Modern. I was playing Ghost Recon Wildlands because I wanted my ACR. I wanted my R5. So yeah, sad reality. So I hope they actually release the anti cheat, you know, soon. Other than that, fix the audio, footsteps, weapon sounds are just like copy and paste from Advanced Warfare. I'm not. For someone who studied history as a second career, it's annoying to hear those gun sounds coming from those World War II guns. Because you hear it, the SCG-44 has the MP40 has it in its own sound. The BAR, the M1 Garand's ping is very noticeable. So, anyways, it's just a lot of frustration that I think it's just disappointing. It's just disappointing to see a developer that doesn't understand the franchise and tries to implement their view on it when it's not even COD view. I think they never understood what Call of Duty was. But once the game releases, we're gonna see. I think I'm just gonna borrow it, just gonna play it on a friend's Xbox, and that's it. Just a campaign in order to see what the fuss is all about. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe. Friday, we're gonna discuss. Oh shit! I had the topic at hand. Oh yeah, the Warzone events, or more so, what is going to be the future? Not only with a new map, but we're gonna discuss it. You know, and we're also gonna discuss soundtracks because that's it. music in Call of Duty is actually important. So we're gonna discuss. I think we're gonna focus more on music than on the Warzone thing. So yeah, stay tuned on that one. And with that, stay safe, take care of yourself and others, and let's just hope for the best for the studio. You know, to actually turn things around. And if not, well, I guess then the majority of us were right that SledgeHammer wasn't good for the Call of Duty cycle. So, but we'll just have to wait and see. If we're wrong, well, we're wrong. If not, then sorry, Sledgehammers, you gotta go. Anyways.